Brooklyn's broken out in fights. There's a traffic jam in Harlem that's backed up to Jackson Heights. There's a scout troop short a child, cruise ships do and idle wild. Car 54, where are you?
When are you going to start throwing out some of these old records? You keep piling one thing on top of another. What are you trying to do? Get to the moon before the Russians?
No, sir.
For how many years do I have to yell before this place gets cleaned up?
Captain, you never know when you have to look something up.
You mean something like this? The following men will report for duty tomorrow, 2 p.m., when President Woodrow Wilson dedicates the Bronx Zoo. I suppose you have to refer to this quite often.
Well, that is a little old.
Oh, well, here's a red-hot bulletin. It's a letter from the Chief of Police of Chicago. To the officers and men of the 53rd Precinct, I wish to thank you for your sympathetic letter in regard to the recent fire we had here. And these came from the top of the stack. I'm afraid to look. This bunch here are probably part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Quiet! Inspector Corey is due to inspect this place any day now. Look at it. It's a mess. Now let's start right here. Kissel, get this cleared away.
Captain, I'm a week behind on my daily reports.
All right. Rodriguez.
If I don't get right back to Mrs. Foley, you know her. There'll be a letter to the commissioner.
I know Anderson.
Oh, there goes the switchboard.
I didn't hear anything. Feldman.
I'm on the desk.
You're on the desk. Well, that leaves you, Schnauzer.
Captain, I'd love to help you, but look.
Oh, did him hurt his little finger?
It's only a scratch, but it could be blood poison like that, the way it's dirty around here.
They're only files.
Only files? What if I should pick up and touch an old report from 1927? That was the year of the flu epidemic. I'd catch everything.
It's always something with you. If it isn't a finger, it's a sprained toe. If it isn't a sprained toe, it's a hangnail. If it isn't a hangnail, it's chapped lips.
Isn't it a shame? A man who once had the strength of a lion.
No, so would it hurt if you took
Captain, in the middle of chalking in the duty roster, Captain, I've only got 2 hands. What am I saying? 9 fingers. Captain, I need some makers.
What do I have to do to get this place cleaned up? Nothing but bunch of goof-offs. How about you? You're not Inspector Corey. You caught us at a bad time.
I want to see you in your office.
Just doing a little spring cleaning.
It's August.
It's August.
You were out here. Why didn't you warn the captain the inspector was here? What do you think I got, a walkie-talkie?
Oh, what a mess. Why didn't you clean it up when the captain asked you to?
With my dailies to finish? Why didn't you do it?
Now look who he's asking. A man who should be home in bed.
What is it? Shh. If I got some hot news for you.
What is it?
There's an Inspector Corey coming around today.
An inspector is coming around today? Thank you, Paul Revere.
What do you mean?
An inspector is already here. He's in with the captain.
Oh, did he mention anything about noticing our car parked out in front?
Not a word.
How about that, Francis? After spending all morning washing it, waxing it, vacuuming the seats.
Yes, Captain? The next car out is Tootie in Muldoon.
What is it?
The captain wants to see you right away.
Oh, the inspector saw the car. Who's got a comb?
Gunther.
How will it look when the inspector compliments car 54 for being so clean and the driver looks like a bum?
Of course the place is a mess. We're behind in our paperwork. But what can you expect when I've got only half the men it takes to run this precinct? What's that in your inspection report?
Paul, this isn't an inspection report. It's an order.
An order?
That's right. I'm ordering you to take a 2 weeks vacation. Look at you. Nervous? You drive yourself too hard, and we found out why. You haven't taken a vacation in 5 years.
Me take a vacation? I'm afraid to leave this place to go out to lunch. I have a feeling when I get back it'll be a supermarket.
But it certainly isn't going to fall apart in 2 weeks under another captain.
Being a captain is the smallest part of running this precinct. I have to be a chaplain, an exterminator. I have to be a medical officer for Schnauzer. And for Tootie, I've got to be a child psychiatrist.
This Tootie's a special case, huh?
Case? 1 week with him, and Sigmund Freud would have gone into the garment business. Come in.
You sent for us, Captain?
Yes, Inspector Corey has something for you.
I want you to take this.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. All we did was wash her up a bit and slap some wax on her.
Tootie, he's not giving you a citation.
Oh.
I want you to take this down to Chief McCory at headquarters. I want Captain Block's 2-week vacation to start just as quickly as possible.
Were you going away, Captain?
Yes. Now show the inspector how you wave bye-bye.
Oh, Captain.
I'll have to alert Chief McCoy about getting another captain to fill in for you.
I can't do it. I can't do it to another captain. Leaving Tootie with him for 2 weeks. It will take him 2 weeks alone just to find out what ooh means.
Sending the captain away on a vacation?
That's what he said.
That's right.
A vacation? Who are you kidding?
What do you mean?
What's the matter with you guys? Are you rookies or something? It says order to take a vacation. That means only one thing. What? It's obvious. To bring in a troubleshooter and straighten this place out.
Oh, brother, here we go again with the rumors. The captain's finally taking a vacation, and all they're doing is sending in a substitute.
Just a substitute. When an inspector comes in, orders a commanding officer to take 2 weeks off, and they bring in a new captain, they're not bringing him in to teach us how to string beads.
Come on, we gotta get down to headquarters.
Wait, while you're down there, drop in our personnel records and see if you can get a line on a new captain.
Forget it. If you think I'm gonna snoop around...
What's the matter, then? Nothing to do?
We were just leaving.
Well, what are you waiting for, a starting gun?
No, sir.
You've got nothing to do. There's a floor in there. Has to be cleaned up.
My dear, oops, there goes the switchboard.
I'll be right with you, Mrs. Stone.
Schnauz.
I know total disability.
Captain Burkos? Do you mean to tell me there isn't another captain to replace Block at the 53rd for 2 weeks other than Burkos?
Not one. Chief, it's the middle of August. Every captain or acting captain is filling in for somebody.
Burkos in charge of a precinct? It's out of the question.
But it's only for 2 weeks.
Do you know what can happen to a precinct in 2 weeks with Burkos in command? Disaster.
To tell the truth, I never even knew we had a Captain Burkholz until we dug him out of the file.
You should have left him there.
Sir?
Lieutenant, Captain Adolf Burkholz is a saint. He is the kindest, sweetest, most gentle human being who ever walked the earth. He is also the worst police officer in the history of the department.
I don't understand.
He has the faintest idea of discipline. It's impossible for him to order anybody to do anything. He's afraid he'll hurt somebody's feelings.
According to the records, he's been with the department for almost 30 years.
That's right. No commissioner had the heart to dismiss him. Now, they finally found a job suited for him. For the last 25 years, he's been in charge of the Lost and Found Department.
Lost and Found Department?
That's right. Whoever comes to see him, whether they lost something or not, leaves with something. That's how he spends his years, hidden away in the old building downtown, with one man under him, just waiting out his retirement.
But, Chief, he'll only be in charge of the 53rd Precinct for 2 weeks. This is an emergency.
15 years ago, there was another emergency. We had him fill in as temporary commander of the 91st. In 2 days, we had to go in there and reorganize the entire precinct. The men walked all over him. He spoiled them. All discipline was shot. We had to transfer every man to a different precinct and start all over again.
Sir, Captain Block hasn't had a vacation in 5 years. It just has to be Burkholz.
Come in.
These are from the 53rd Precinct, sir.
Captain Block's vacation papers. Sir, they have to take back a confirmation of a commanding officer.
I guess it'll have to be Burkholz. I certainly hate to see this happen to the men of the 53rd. I better call Burkholz and tell him we're letting him out again. Get me the old Tombs building.
Here you are.
Yes, sir. The boys were right.
Now, Gunther.
You heard the inspector. I hate to see this happen to the men of the 53rd. Francis, we got a monster on our hands.
There goes your imagination. Just because of a chance remark.
Chance remark. How about when he said, I'll call Burkholz and tell him that we're letting him out? Francis, they must keep him in a cage.
Gunther, don't...
Francis, let's go down to the file room and look up his record.
Gunther.
We promised the boys.
Come on.
Captain Burkall's lost and found. Of course, Chief. 2 weeks at the 53rd Precinct. Delighted. Always ready to put my shoulder to the wheel, you know. Yes, sir. Immediately. Excuse me, Simpson, but have you got a moment? You're sure you're not busy? If you're busy, I'll come out there. Thank you. Yeah.
What's up, Pops?
Simpson, I'm sorry to disturb you.
I was just playing some gin with some guy who come in and claimed he lost a vacuum cleaner on the subway. We got no vacuum cleaner.
Did you give him something?
He's looking around.
I hope he finds something he likes.
Sure, Pops.
I just had a call from that lovely Chief McCoy. They're bringing the old war horse back into battle. They're giving me a precinct again.
Oh, no. Won't they ever learn?
I'm going to miss you, son. I'm going to miss those nice little lunches we have here in the office together.
Me too.
I want you to maintain our golden rule. Nobody leaves empty-handed.
Don't worry.
Goodbye, Simpson.
Goodbye, Pop.
Take these to dispatch.
Did you hear? The 53rd's getting a new CO, Burkholz.
Burkholz.
Yeah, sounds like a real tough baby. He's not in the current file.
They probably pulled his record to hush something up.
That's what I just heard.
Hey, wait a minute. Hello, back records. Al? Harry. You got any poop on a captain called Burkholz? That's right. If there is a guy like that in the department, it's a good thing to know. Al? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah? Uh-huh. Wow.
Well, what is it?
His last assignment was back in 1947. He was in charge of the 91st Precinct. In 2 days, he broke every man in the place and shipped them all over the city.
Edward.